Berlin, Germany. Empire Transport and Storage Company of Berlin. Calling Empire Transport and Storage Company of Los Angeles, California.
Is that thing going on my truck?
Yep.
Then you can get another driver. I'm through.
Say, what's the matter with you, Murph?
We've had 4 of our trucks wrecked in the past month, haven't we? And every one carried one of them hoodoo statues.
Well, this is a fine time to lose your nerve.
I can't help it. And I've got a strong hunch the Whispering Shadow is going to strike again.
I'll take the truck out, Jack. What do you say? I'm not afraid.
Makes a lot of difference when it's your kid brother, don't it, boss?
Well,
Thanks, Jack.
Oh, wait a minute, Bud. Just want to make sure your radio phone was working okay.
The radios were working on them other trucks, but that didn't help the drivers any.
Oh, cut out the crepe hanging, will you?
If anything happens to that kid, Jack, remember, I tried to warn you.
Again broadcasting. Hello, Sparks. Get my kid, Got to pick up a shipment of Clearwater.
I can't call him right now. There's something wrong with the radio.
Who are you talking to?
Mr. Foster, he wanted to...
Ah, here you go again. Blabbing everything that happens in this department. Here, I'll fix it. You clean up this mess.
What's the trouble, Steinbeck? What's the matter with the radio? How soon are you going to have it fixed?
I don't know. My equipment is all right. There seems to be some outside force interfering.
Outside force? The same thing happens every time there's an attack on one of our trucks. That means the Whispering Shadow's going to strike again. And my brother is on that truck.
Can't you get the warehouse?
No, something's wrong.
Don't worry. Nothing's going to happen. Looks like he's after us. Get ready, Cut.
Pull up there.
Don't shoot it, Jack.
Gee, Jack, you sure gave us a scare. What's wrong? Nothing, I hope. We're playing safe. Change the route the next turn off and... What's that?
Stay where you are.
Whispering shadow. Look! It's a trap. Get going, Bud.
Fools, you cannot escape.
Step on it, Bud. Hit him hard, Bud. You bet.
We gotta stop them.
Grab the truck before she goes off the road. Please.
Here. Who are you?
I'm Jack Fortin. He's one of the Whispering Shadows men. He attacked another of our trucks and killed my brother.
The shadow. You caused to fear my anger. You cowards. Through your failure, Kruger is in the hands of the police.
You know who the Whispering Shadow is? Tell us. Who is he? I don't know, I tell you. I never saw him. None of us knows who he is.
Come clean or we'll sweat it out of you.
You know who it is, all right. Who is he? What's his real name? Come on, quit stalling. Speak up.
Kruger is weakening. Watch his light and reward.
I told you the truth before. None of us has ever seen him. None of us knows who he is. You're headed for the chair, Kruger. Lying won't save you. It's the truth, I tell you. All I know is where we meet to get our orders. Where is it? Come on. Tell us. I'll tell. It's...
Kruger talked too much. His light has gone out. Well, the chief's coming up, and Robert Raymond's with him.
You mean the famous criminologist?
Yeah, passing through town and dropped off to see the chief.
How did this happen?
Well, we were quizzing this bird, and all of a sudden he dropped dead.
There was no shot from the outside?
Not a sound.
May I, certainly, Raymond. Glad to have your opinion. Look. Strange. Thing's still hot. It looks like one of the electrodes that they use in the death house. That's exactly what it is. Your man was electrocuted.
Electrocuted? Impossible. Well, where are the wires?
The diabolical genius that conceived this had no need of wires. That man was killed by a radio death ray.
You say your radio has been put out of commission every time one of these attacks occurred. How does your operator explain that, Mr. Bradley?
Well, Mr. Steinbeck is in charge of the radio room. I'll let him answer your question.
There's some strange influence cutting across our terminals that prevents us from broadcasting.
Well, I beg to differ with you. I was in the radio business before I became vice president of this company. And I believe this so-called outside influence is an inside job.
What do you mean by that, Jerome?
Possibly Mr. Jerome is right. On more than one occasion, I caught him secretly fooling with the radio.
Is this true, Jerome?
Well, yes. As I told you, I know something about radio, and I have tested the equipment now and then.
Has it ever occurred to you, Mr. Bradley, that the attack of the Whispering Shadow began about the time Mr. Jerome bought into this company?
Mr. Bradley, I'll not remain here to be insulted by a subordinate whom I have reason to suspect. If you've anything to say to me, I'll be in my office.
Is there anything else, Mr. Bradley?
I don't think we need to detain Mr. Steinbeck any longer. Can you think of any reason why these attacks should be directed against your company, Mr. Bradley?
None.
No competitor who would like to see you driven out of business?
We are unique in the field.
Your losses must be considerable.
It's not our losses that worry me. It's fear for our employees. It's getting so I dread to hear the sound of a truck pulling out. I know its driver may never come back.
If I only had some clue, however slight, to start unraveling.
There's one strange thing in connection with the attacks. Every truck that's been wrecked was carrying a waxwork from Strang's House of Mystery.
Strang? You don't mean Professor Anton Strang, the magician?
Why, yes. Do you know him?
Only by reputation, and that's bad enough. I'll contrive some means of paying him a visit.
But that's easily arranged, and he'll never suspect you.
Take your hat, sir.
No, thanks. Where's Professor Strang?
Take your hat, sir.
Pretty lifelike, isn't it?
Take your hat, sir.
You're standing in the spring that operates it.
We'd better watch our step around here.
Can I help you?
This is the most lifelike one of all. The professor sure knows his girlies' figures. Oh, I beg your pardon, miss.
You wish to see my father?
I'll take care of the gentleman, Vera.
Professor Strang, we're from the Empire Transport Company. I'm Jack Foster, and this is Mr. Stevens, our insurance adjuster.
Yes? Your last shipment was badly damaged in a wreck, Professor. We'd like to settle with you.
I have a similar figure in the storeroom. If you'll come with me, we can discuss the damages.
Thank you.
I'll stay here while you two talk business.
By all means. This way, Mr. Stevens.
Excuse me a minute.
Do it. It was this savage that struck him down. Understand?
These little playmates of yours get kind of rough, Professor.
My dear Mr. Foster, I can't tell you how sorry I am. I hope you're not badly hurt.
What's happened to you? Rather a nasty wound you've there. We better take you to a doctor right away.
Oh, I'm all right. It's only a little bruise.
We can't afford to take any chances.
Let me call a taxi.
We've a car outside. The company will mail you a check for the damages to your waxwork.
Hey, what's the idea? I was just on the point of finding out something.
You wouldn't have found out a thing. It was Strang who struck you down. Lucky he didn't kill you.
Then we're on the right track.
I wish you hadn't done it, Father. I'm afraid that insurance adjuster suspects you.
I know he does. Look at this. Doesn't know I took it out of his pocket. Mr. Robert Raymond, the world-famous detective.
Do you suppose this whispering shadow is wise to our secret?
What's the difference if the shadow or this wise dick does find us stuff? Either way, you and me are rotting in jail for nothing.
Maybe they won't find it. We hit it pretty smart.
I ain't taking any chances. We've got to get out of here.
Why, you're crazy. Them guys never miss.
We risked our necks to get the stuff, didn't we? Well, I'll risk mine again to keep it.
Not me.
Bring it in, boys. Be careful with it. Hello, Professor. We have no further use for this after settling with you, so thought you'd like to have it.
Put it down right there.
Thank you very much.
Don't mention it. I'm glad to have been of service to you. Good afternoon, Miss Strang.
How do you do? Father, look at this.
There's only one reason why he would take such a risk. I must take equally desperate action.
What are you going to do?
I'll strike at the warehouse tonight.
But, Father, think of the terrible risk. Oh, you must be careful.
Nonsense. It's any risk too great. The price is the world's richest collection of jewels.
Father, please listen to me.
Going to attack the warehouse tonight.
We'll be waiting for him, and we'll capture the Whispering Shadow.
You all understand my order.
We understand.
Remember, they will be on the lookout for us. The place will be well guarded. Nothing must go amiss. I will be there.
Stop where you are.
Well, what's the meaning of this?
That's all right, Bill. Let him pass. Sorry, Mr. Jerome, but the place is being guarded. We weren't expecting you tonight.
Do I have to get special permission to enter my own office? I've got work to do tonight.
Does he usually come in at night?
I've never known him to before.
Check in at Portland for transshipment. Okay, 34, that is all. Calling truck 42. Calling truck 42. Hey, boss, he's gone dead again.
I thought I told you not to interrupt me.
But it's that same interference, the Whispering Shadow. Shall I call Mr. Raymond?
No use alarming anybody until we are sure. Sounds to me like trouble with the aerial. Get up on the roof and take a look at it.
Yes, sir.
And don't go locking yourself out on the roof again.
Everything's working as planned. The door's open.
You! Give me that package.
Keep away from me or I'll shoot. You hear me?
Oh, Mr. Raymond! Mr. Raymond! We just found the watchman tied up in the basement.
Whispering Shadows, sound the alarm. To the roof, quick!
What's happened? The Whispering Shadow.